Where are your people? You have to decide. You have to decide, because then you're able to narrow your focus. You see that arrow on LinkedIn? You see that clock on Instagram? You see that pizza pie with the sections on Facebook? You'll be able to hit the bullseye when you figure this out. You'll be able to maximize the efficiency of your moments over Instagram when you figure it out. And you'll stop having to slice your pie in 5 slices and do the whole thing in one when you figure out where your people are. Sometimes you got to send out testers. So when you do funnels or when you do emails, you can do an A/B split test and do the data. So A/B split test is when you build up your fan base. So this might take some time for some people. I would say get 500. Just start with 500. Don't start with 5,000. Start with 500. People on Facebook, 500 people on LinkedIn, 500 people on Instagram, 500 people on Twitter, and then send out one post to all of them at the same time. And give it 48 hours. All of them ain't gonna be crickets if you're any good at what I'm talking about. If you really are who you say you are, and you do what you say you do, and you've been doing it for some time, you know the language, if you really know what you do, put 4 posts on 4 platforms at the same time and wait 48 hours and let it talk back to you. Don't try to force your way in a market that don't want you. Don't try to force your way into a market that don't want you. They might buy from you, they might still not like you, because you bully your way in. They might buy because you bully your way in, but they might still not like you and really want to do business with you or be the person that you're supposed to do business with. So think about your chosen. Think about your ideal client, the people that you would like to spend a good portion of your time with, because that's what business is. I want you to create the kind of business that you want to live in, that you want to do business with, creating relationships. That's what business is creating relationships. And that's why you create a brand. You create a brand like the Golden Arches. That's so people can see you from miles. They can be driving literally. There are places that I like to stop when I'm driving from New York to VA. And they're not in New York or VA, but I already know where I'm going when I start off. And about 3 hours into the mile, I'm going to be able to go over here because I like this spot. That's a brand. It looks like Jason is driving. He could look out the window and see the sign of a brand and say, you know what? I feel like such and such. Or you know what? I'm going to go over here to such and such. If you don't have a brand, then you don't have a shot in any of the places. From your very first post, I said this to someone the other day. I said, you train people on how to treat you when they meet you. That's your brand. I put something up today. What is your brand equity? Why would people choose to do business with you than someone else? Why would they choose to hire you as a speaker than someone else? There's a lot of speakers on every platform. There's some speakers that are only on Instagram, some speakers that are only on LinkedIn. There are speakers on LinkedIn that would never post on Facebook based on their content and the way they perceive themselves and who they're marketing to, because their people, at least in their mind, are not on Facebook. Their people are on LinkedIn. Therefore, they design their entire brand, their entire ethos. Everything they do is LinkedIn speak, linked speak, link speak. They don't even talk regular language. They talk LinkedIn language. One of their posts would not look right at all on Facebook, and it definitely won't look right on Instagram because it might not even have a picture that comes with it. So I want you to think, seriously think, just close your eyes for a moment. If you have who you are, if you know that, if you have what you do, if you know that, if you're not scared to sell and you're not scared to talk about what you do, to who you do it for, if you know who you do it for, then I want you to think about, where are they? Where are the young millennials at? If that's who you're speaking to, where are the young millennials at 11 o'clock in the morning? Where they at? I might say Starbucks, but I don't want to categorize. They might have their iBooks open, their MacBooks open in Starbucks with a Kappa Frappa Snapper, and they'll be ready for your post at 11 o'clock in the morning. They don't wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. They just different. And I'm not categorizing. That's based on A/B split testing. A/B split test. If you don't know who your people are, if you don't know where they are, send out an A/B split test. I promise you, you'll get your results, because you'll have 40 results in one place, you'll have 15 somewhere else, 2 somewhere else, and cricket somewhere else. And then you could say, wow, I thought my people was on Facebook. It looks like they on LinkedIn. Now you can make an informed decision, pivot, focus your energy, and get massive results in a place where people genuinely want the value that you have to give. That boosts your self-esteem through the roof. It builds your leadership potential through the roof. It shoots your self-confidence into the stratosphere, because now people are giving you the response that you're looking for, and they value you. They start in conversations. They want long conversations too. They don't want no like, yo, thank you for the boom. You respond back in crickets. No, they gonna keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and you need to lead them to your sale. You need to lead them to your calendar. Strategy. That's why there's chess pieces up here. Strategy. If you just post in the post, then you don't sell. You advise, you motivate, and you don't want no money. And everybody don't want money, and that's all right. But if you do want money, if you did come for the bag, if you do want some results, then you better get some strategy. You better get some strategy. You better get some focus. And you better have where you going to take these people when they respond. Don't have empty conversations. Empty conversations lead to empty bank accounts. Empty conversations is empty value. There's no value. There's no perceived value. People will come to your stuff and just see what your value like. See the quality of your conversations. How many, this is what you do when you watch anything on YouTube. You're test driving someone's car when you watch a video on YouTube. You're wondering whether you want to do business with. Masanya and I said something about eCam. We look on YouTube and look at the reports and the reviews and the experiences. And we go places and we see things and we say, hey, what is that? And they say eCam, and it's like, boop, boop, boop. And you hone in, you focus in, you lean into, and then you find out about it 7 more times before you go ahead and purchase the software. And for some it's 17, and for others it's 70. For the more reluctant or the more thoughtful and the people who really measure and take measurements and stuff, they carry around measuring tape. They might touch it 70 times before they actually make a decision. As opposed to me, I might touch it twice and be like, yep, got it. I don't know how to use it, but I got it. Where are your people at? Where are they at? Are you making an informed decision? or are you wasting your time?